Forget 100 men versus one gorilla. I've got a much better question. How is it possible that an animal with a brain smaller than a grain of sand can make more sensible decisions than the smartest species on Earth? Seriously, humans built skyscrapers, landed on the moon, created artificial intelligence, split the atom, built the internet, and yet, somehow, we're still losing arguments to an insect. Let's compare a normal day. You wake up, an ant wakes up. The ant immediately knows exactly what it needs to do. Find food, help the colony, stay alive. Simple. Humans, the alarm goes off. You hit snooze, twice, 3 times, maybe 5. You're already running late. Then you walk into the kitchen, open the fridge, stare inside, close it, walk away, come back 30 seconds later. Open the exact same fridge again, as if a pizza magically appeared while you weren't looking. An ant has never done that. Ever. It already knows where the food is, and if it doesn't, it goes and finds some. No overthinking, no standing there wondering if it's in the mood for crumbs. Now let's talk about food. Humans can spend 3 hours deciding what to eat. Chinese? Nah. Pizza? Had that yesterday. Mexican? I don't know. What do you want? I'm happy with anything. The biggest lie ever told. 45 minutes later, you're still hungry. Meanwhile, an ant finds a crumb, calls the entire colony. Problem solved. No debates, no group chat, no one rejecting every suggestion after saying they didn't mind. Imagine if ants behaved like humans. One ant finds food. Another ant says, I don't really fancy breadcrumbs today. The colony would starve by Wednesday. Now here's another one. Humans create passwords so secure, they lock themselves out of their own accounts. Think about that. We invented the password, forgot the password, reset the password, forgot the new password, then blamed the website. Meanwhile, an ant leaves the nest, travels hundreds of meters, finds food, returns home, without Google Maps, without GPS, without asking another ant for directions. It simply follows its chemical trail, every single time. Now let's talk about teamwork. Millions of ants work together every single day. Nobody argues. Nobody calls in sick because it's Monday. Nobody suddenly decides they don't feel like carrying leaves today. Nobody spends 20 minutes pretending to look busy because the queen is nearby. Everyone knows their job. Everyone does it. Meanwhile, put 4 humans into a group project. One person does all the work. One person disappears. One person says, I'll do the conclusion. And one person somehow gets the same grade as everyone else. Ants would never allow Kevin into the colony. Now here's my favorite. Humans invented artificial intelligence, the most advanced technology in history. Machines that can write books, solve equations, translate languages, generate videos, predict diseases, also humans. Where are my glasses? They're on your head. How? How do you invent AI? And then spend 10 minutes looking for something touching your own face. An ant would never lose its glasses, mostly because ants don't wear glasses, but you get the point. And here's the really embarrassing part. Ants have existed for over 100 million years. They survived the asteroid that wiped out the dinosaurs, ice ages, floods, volcanoes, mass extinctions. Meanwhile, humans have existed for roughly 300,000 years. And somehow we've already invented spam emails, scam phone calls, reply all, and meetings that could have been an email. Congratulations. Now don't get me wrong, humans are incredibly intelligent. We discovered electricity, built airplanes, created medicine, explored space, invented computers, built satellites. None of that is happening inside an ant colony. But intelligence isn't just about inventing incredible things. Sometimes, it's about not making incredibly stupid decisions every single day. And that's where ants seem to have us beaten. They don't overcomplicate life. They don't waste hours making simple decisions. They don't spend half the day procrastinating. They don't create problems they have to solve later. They simply wake up, do what needs doing, help each other, and somehow keep one of the most successful societies on Earth running. Maybe that's the real lesson. Humans have the bigger brains, but ants have something we often don't: consistency. Every single ant wakes up with the same goal: help the colony survive. Humans wake up, forget why they walked into the room, forget their password, forget where they left their glasses, then spend 3 hours deciding what to eat. So, are ants actually smarter than humans? Probably not. But if intelligence is measured by making sensible decisions, working together, and not creating unnecessary problems, then that tiny ant crawling across your kitchen floor might just have its life figured out better than the rest of us.